as much as I love ADE, I can only do it for a short period of time.
Yeah, I completely understand.
It's a lot. So my name is Philippa and I DJ under Philippa Pacho. It's funny because a lot of people think I'm Spanish. I have a lot of, because Pacho does sound very like Latin American at least. I have a lot of people from South America that actually do message me in Spanish asking me whether like where in Latin America or where in South America I'm from, and then I always have to disappoint them and say I'm not, I don't speak Spanish, and sadly, and I'm not from South America. I'm actually half Polish, half Bulgarian. I'm born and raised in Stockholm.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty epic actually. It was a good childhood. I actually got a residency pretty quick after I started DJing. I was very lucky in that way. Getting trust from a really good promoter or a booker so early on was just pure luck. And I was DJing quite regularly, and then me and my 7 girlfriends, we also started our own parties. We would have like underground parties, and this was before Instagram and before Facebook was like a thing to promote parties. We basically had to do like word by mouth and stuff like that. So yeah, that was pretty cool to experience, and I think it was also quite important for me to experience those point of views, because now obviously I'm just touring every weekend, and every time I go to a club and I meet the artist care or I see the bartenders or the security, I always ask them like how they are, how long's their shift's been, and if they're doing well or not, because it's, you know, people are working really long hours in nightclubs and I'm just like in and out basically. So, and I do that because I know how it is to be in a club all night. It's really intense from opening to close. So I'm going to start with something that does represent my first years of digging, and this is my first ever bought record. And it's actually in mint condition because I never play it out. But every time I hear it, I just get thrown back into that time of my life where I was going out a lot, traveling a lot to go to parties, and I was digging a lot. Like, I remember I would spend time at a party in a club and be so inspired by, like, it could be like Donato Dozzi or DVS1 or whoever who was DJing, and I couldn't wait to come back home and just do my own digging, because I was just like, how can you find this music that is so hypnotizing, and that is actually like, I didn't realize it then, but it was quite healing for me to hear electronic music on the dance floor. Not that I've been going through some traumatic experiences or anything like that, but it was just felt so good. I needed it again and again and again. So this record is an absolute classic. It has Carl Craig remix and Maurizio mix on it. Both sides are equally as good. And although they were done, I believe 92 or 93, it's like, it brings me back to 2010 or 2009, to this sort of period of time that I was going through. So this record represents that.
You'll be digging in Amsterdam this week, or?
I don't have time. So when I'm traveling, it's usually in and out, and like in and out from cities or in and out from shows. And also what people might not realize is that I'm an introvert. So when I am in clubs, I get so much I get a lot of energy from it, but it's also quite, I need time to be by myself before and after, basically. So like going to a record store before and after a show is just nothing that I would consider doing, because I usually do most of my digging during the week anyways.
Right.
And I find that you can find a lot more online than I can if I go to a record store and flick through the records and then wait for my turn to listen to it on the turntable.
Yeah.
So
Dig deeper, you can dig quicker.
yeah, exactly, and you have all of your tabs in your computer, and I can navigate quicker, and I can be quite impatient when I'm digging.
Does your browser then look like a record store also? Just like
Yeah. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. This might be quite excessive, but I do travel with this everywhere I go. So I have coffee bags. This is like drip coffee bags in case I need it, which I most likely will, because I am always sleepless on weekends. And then
Scandinavians love their coffee, of course.
What did you say?
Scandinavians love their coffee.
Apparently Swedish people drink the most coffee in the world.
Oh, really?
There you go. I'm definitely one of them. And if I don't want to have caffeine but tea, then I never leave my house without tea bags or coffee bags. Never. I'm not a homesick person, but I love being at home. I have my routines, and I love my coffee machine. I love my tea bags at home. If I bring this with me, I feel like it doesn't matter where I travel in the world, this sort of keeps me sane.
Yeah.
And it's such a small effort. Like if I just bring this with me, I feel like I can be at home anywhere, even if I'm in Taipei, China, or London.
Do you also find that little acts like these people around the bar, you're like in the chaos of the ring?
Oh my God, you don't want to know. So I am a sucker for the Real Housewives of insert any city. Like the Real Houses of Beverly Hills, the Real Housewives of New York City. It's so stupid, but it's like I can't stop watching it. It's so entertaining, and it's like a good amount of drama, and I have a couple of girlfriends that also watches it, so we can like send each other text messages like, oh my God, did you see that episode when she was cheating on him? Like it's so stupid, but it sort of puts your mind off from something else. So yeah, I'm a big sucker for Real Housewives.
Nice, so that's your go-to travel series.
Yeah, in fact, on my way over here to Amsterdam, I was watching 2 episodes. And I'm actually, my husband, he's not allowing me to watch it at home because it's so intense for him. So for me, when I'm traveling, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna watch a new episode. So yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. But I have favorite countries where I can sort of drink their wine, because I love drink wine, and each country have their own wine that usually tastes quite its own. And yeah, I mean, Georgia is one of those countries. They have a huge natural wine culture, which I love.
Favorite grape or bottle or?
Oh my God, I have so many. I usually drink red wine. I love a good Malbec. I love a good Pinot Noir. I love a good Merlot, Syrah. So red wine, yeah, definitely. I don't know why, but I'm just not into white wine at all. I think it's the acidity is just making my stomach go a bit wild. So yeah, if you wanna make me happy, bring a bottle of wine, red wine. I have like a box of like club I cannot say that word.
I just tried, but I couldn't.
Memorabilia.
Yeah.
Stuff that I've received from clubs or from fans, for example. And this one is like at the school key ring.
Yeah.
It's like a typical Dutch.
Yeah.
It has the school logo on it, and everyone who played and maybe even visited the school during their last party that lasted for I don't know how many hours that was, 72 hours something, they got this, and amongst with other things. But yeah, I thought this club to me was the best club in Amsterdam for many reasons, and I'm so grateful that I was able to play at their last party. Actually, fun fact is that I had a holiday in Asia, in Bali, and I had booked that holiday before I was booked at the school's last party. So when they asked me like, hey, do you want to play our party? I was like, I'm in Bali then. They're like, oh, we completely understand if you don't want to do it because it's a long travel. And I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
So I actually flew from Bali to the school, played at the school, stayed there for 10 hours and then flew straight back to Bali.
Wow.
Damn.
I would never do it if it wasn't for the school and their last party. And I encourage more people to open more venues because I feel like we're losing more and more and more.
Yeah.
And I mean, the cost of living is getting more and more expensive, and just running clubs is more expensive. And I think it's so sad because we need spaces to go to where we can exchange connections and experience music and different types of people under one roof. And if we're missing out of that, then yeah, it's very worrisome. So I hope we can go back to a time where we have more clubs, because even in Berlin we're losing a lot more clubs.
The places they go every weekend, they feel home, they maybe can truly be themselves where they don't feel.
Oh yeah, and for someone like me who goes to these clubs, I can feel that. Like I feel like, okay, well, people come here a lot. The dance floor is quite familiar, like people are familiar to each other or to the staff members. You can feel that when you enter a club, and that it's so epic to be able to be part of that also, because that takes years of commitment. So yeah, it's quite uncommon to experience clubs that, I mean, that's what I felt with the school. I felt like people they gave me so much energy, and it was because of the years that they've put into that club. I actually have a tip. I have a sleeping kit tip, but I don't know if this is revolutionary. I don't think so. But as a traveling DJ, I will not go anywhere without this is actually pretty epic. I got this from my husband. It's like a silk sleeping mask. Guys, this is revolutionary. Like I could sleep now, just putting this on. It's so good. It's so good. And also customized, this is game changer also, customized earplugs for sleeping.
For sleeping specifically.
Customized. So this is something that I will never leave my house without. So as much as I love my tea bags and my coffee bags that stays me awake, I need the sleeping kit that can put me to sleep.
Is a good night's sleep, does it affect your creativity or experience behind the decks in any way?
Massively. I'm quite a sensitive person, so if I'm tired, it really affects my mood. If I'm hungry, it really affects my mood. As embarrassed as I am to say it, it's fact. But I think the lack of sleep is something that I've realized that I can actually still do quite a lot of things without like 2 or 3 days of sleep. And it doesn't matter how tired I am, every time I start, if I am in a club and it's like buzzing atmosphere, I just lock myself in and I just don't feel that I'm tired anymore. And I've had so many examples or so many situations where that actually has been the case. Like, I remember New Year's last year, I had like 3 shows in 3 different cities in 24 hours. And on the 3rd gig, I was just like on my way to the show. I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm so knackered. And as soon as I entered the club, I mean, it was just so electric. It was such a good atmosphere that I just forgot that I was tired. As soon as I stepped off and people started approaching me and talking to me, that's when it hit me again, like, you haven't slept and you should be dead by now. So it was, it was an intense ride for sure. This will be my first all-nighter. I mean, I have played long sets and extended sets for many years, but this will be the first time I'm in charge from beginning to the end. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do it here in Amsterdam. And let's party.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, and when we talked about the school just now, you also mentioned like the architecture and venue, and you were playing in Levenslang, of course. With
Love playing.
Former prison.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool. And when they told me that it was a former prison, I was like, what? I couldn't see it, but yeah, it's really, really cool, that venue.
Yeah.
I think it's one of my favorite venues in Amsterdam.
Yeah, nice. I was there yesterday also working.
Oh, yeah?
It's just smoky, sweaty.
Love it.
Steamy.
And the tiles, and you have like these tubes, and it's just, it's quite industrial, and it's just, I think it will be such an amazing experience.